Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. You are my friend. We are having 3 ice cubes with our orange juice. And today's topic is on PulseChain, which is real DeFi. HEX, real DeFi as well. There are rumors circulating right now that the person who snitched to the corrupt SEC about HEX and Richard Hart, he is now turning his attention to XEN. Okay, now when I mean rumors, I don't actually mean rumors. It is the guy. I've just written rumors here circulating. Like the dude himself has just come out and has blatantly said it. Okay, so it's not even any guesswork here. All right. Currently deciding whether or not to initiate contact with the SEC in relation to the conduct of XEN founders and the LLP in which they represent. So this is a comment from him himself. Now, friends, I want you to know something. I'm here to be a mature, responsible adult. That's why I hit the like, subscribe, belly button, or shock the algorithm. Press all belly buttons around you. Just chill out, okay? Your first human reaction is to target, to go like a pack of wolves. Like, it caused me so much pain. But you got to think bigger than that, friends. That's why I'm here to tell you. It's going to be all right. Just chill out, all right? You can't play these little games on the chessboard when you're a little pawn, okay? You got to play like the warlord emperor. This is nothing. We're winning the battle. Don't worry, all right? We have the whole community fighting the corrupt SEC. We're going to do a big marketing campaign. The crypto industry is going to welcome us all back with open arms because we are fighting to push the crypto industry forward precisely at the time when the other scum were trying to squash everybody else. Now, this person also, they mentioned that he is going to specifically target Jack Levin, right? The XEN founder, and his brother's shady past. Now, I didn't know Jack has a brother. I don't know what shady past they're talking about. I've never even read it. I haven't come across it. I don't know what he's referring to, but I'm just here to communicate this to you. That's what we do. We're here to report the news, here to show you that I'm your friend, and I want you to interpret the news here for you. Friends, when I first made this, I kept telling everybody, ignore the news, ignore the news, ignore the news, and I realized there's such an insatiable demand for everybody because we want to interpret the news. We want to see, does it really matter this time? 99.9% of the times, it doesn't matter. But I understand my role here as a community leader. I'm here to tell you, okay, I read the same information as you. I process it with you, and I'm here to tell you that it actually don't mean poop, okay? Doesn't mean anything, friends. I know. It's confusing. You're like, wait a minute. This sounds like it should mean something because the price moves. I know there's always these knee jerks up and down. Trust me, it took me 10 years to understand this, all right? The path we are destined on is where we're going. It's almost like there are times in your life you got to where you are today. If someone was to take a snapshot on you, maybe you're on a Friday night getting drunk with your friends, maybe they took another snapshot of you. You're really sick. You're sitting on the dunny and vomiting all day. You understand, if you look at these little snapshots in windows of time in your life, you would never be able to see the forest. You're looking at the tree, okay? You're looking at that tree with that very straight posture, and you're looking at it and you're like, oh, well, I don't see how this tree is going to do anything. And little do you know, if you just took a step back, you'll be able to see the bigger cycle, the bigger picture, okay? And that's what we're here trying to do. Now, I want to remind you, of course, our natural human reaction is to want to go target this person because I just want to let you know, friends, okay? If you're new, welcome, please. Take a seat over there, keep your back straight, keep your fluffy slippers on. Just to let you know, okay, the SEC, the corrupt SEC, they have a snitcher's fee, okay? They have a snitch fee. Snitch fee is 10% to 30%. So let's just write 30%, okay? It really is. They actually have it there. Now, what is the snitch fee? The snitch fee is if you can get us to sue someone for any amount of money over $1 million, you can get 30% of the money that we steal. They blatantly say that. Yes, those are the terms, okay? The corrupt SEC, whoever they can steal money off, they'll give you 30%. It's a snitch fee. This person knows about it, okay? He's trying to arbitrage it. He goes, okay, well, so this is what he's done, okay? He goes, well, if I spend, 5 days of my life making all these documents and sending them to the corrupt SEC, And then they go and they target Richard Hart, who has a lot of money, and he ends up paying him anything. I'll get 30%. So he's like, well, you know, what's the worst case, okay? If they go after him, the worst case is there's no ramifications, you know? It's like, oh, well, just nothing happens. But the upside is huge. You're just risking some of your time for a huge potential upside, all right? And that's exactly what they've done here. So I got to remind everyone, all right? So yeah, this is the pattern, right? The pattern. They buy the token, they watch the token go down, and then they file a complaint with the corrupt SEC to receive the 30% snitch fee, okay? But now I've been hearing word that the XEN community is now having private conversations on how to deal with the matter. And I'm just letting you know, XEN community, I'm watching the replies. It sounds exactly like the HEX community messages when people were first talking about the corrupt SEC. It was all of this denial, not going to happen, they're not going to find anything, it's just an imaginary horrible, and then it all snowballed to where it is today. So the corrupt SEC will be summoned to target XEN and the founder. Now, a lot of people say, oh, there's nothing there. Friends, let me tell you something, all right? Let's sit down, Habib, let me tell you something, okay? The corrupt SEC don't care if there's nothing there. Do you understand? They look at the dude who they're targeting and they think to themselves, all right, can they give us some money if we extort them? So they're looking at Jack, all right? They're looking at Jack here, fondling all these cables, right? And I know they're saying, wow, I'd love him to fondle my cables too. They're looking at him and they're like, wait a minute. You were in Google early days. Google's worth trillions of market cap now. Interesting. I wonder if you're really rich. Oh, you mined Bitcoin in the early days, did you? Interesting. You probably have a lot of money that you could hand over to us. That's how they think, friends. That's how the corrupt SEC thinks. And you know who knows this? The dude who's sending the SEC after them. Okay, he's thinking about this. So this is how the game works. All right. Now, obviously, if you go listen to all the soy boys, they don't want to believe this. They want to say, oh well, you know, the Richard Hart, he stole all the money and all the HEX and security, all this other jizz jazz junk, which is all a load of baloney. They don't care about that. All right. The corrupt SEC has no respect. The corrupt SEC should be abandoned. Okay, you should fire everybody there. Now, this is what's also interesting. This is why the story is a bit spicy. You know why? Because after this person did the filing and cheered amongst his friends, when the SEC publicly, the corrupt SEC publicly came on to take Richard Hart and HEX community, the thieves that they are, the scum, subhuman, filth, cockroach SECs, right? While this person was partying and like riding, eating jelly beans, okay, he was welcomed into the XEN community. He chose the XEN community. He believed himself, oh, the XEN community is going to do it right now, aren't yous? And little did the XEN community know they were unfortunately opening a can of worms. You see, it's a bit of a kamikaze mission here, wasn't it? So they cheered together, they sang their songs, of course they ate the jelly beans together. But now that the XEN music has stopped, this person, the alleged person, not even alleged, okay, it came out in a minute. This alleged person, he's now targeting them for an assassination. So you're probably wondering, how does this even like matter? Like, who cares? You're looking at the XEN chart, you're like, how does this matter? You know, because XEN, you just mint it. There's no real buying on it, of course, and no one buying, just minting and stuff. Look, the thing with XEN is everybody is holding out for the X1 chain, the XEN chain. Okay, so if this ends up being a thing and people start getting investigated and questioned, okay, and a case is being built, I'm asking, it's something to think about, okay? Now, do you think the XEN layer 1 chain, the X1 chain, is it going to get delayed if this happens, okay? Because it will 100% crush confidence. You can't say it crushed confidence for a Richard Hart community, but it's not going to do it for another. Of course it will, because it's meant to have professionals coming in, etc., etc. So it's just something to think about. This is the games being played out here in this crypto game, friends. That's why I'm telling you, it's super important that the community that you're behind is strong and resilient. Unfortunately, you don't really know how resilient they are until it's too late. For example, everybody told me that Polkadot was resilient, and I looked at them and I'm like, dude, You Polkadot freaks, yous are the last dudes I want backing me up in a fight, okay? You are the guys, you got your little skipping rope, doing your handstands, wearing your tutus, all right? No one's going to take us seriously, okay? You're wearing your little ballet shoes. We've lost the fight before it started, you understand? But the Hexagons were a different breed, you understand? They'll eat the face off a homeless dude. That's how aggressive they are. That's what you want. Also, the ChainLINK Marines too, by the way. They'll do that. Not as aggressive as the PulseChain and Hexagons, but ChainLINK Marines are very mean and aggressive compared to the rest of crypto. You know, friends, you're probably wondering, what does this have anything to do with the tech? It's got everything to do with the tech. Do you understand? All right? It's got everything to do because all the tech can be copy-pasted. So you need a strong network effect. All right? So while we're on the business of all these, friends, you don't have to take a side here and there. I'm just telling you, okay? Just understand what you're holding, okay? So, for example, with ChainLINK, by the way, this is Link from Zelda. I love this picture. Having a sniff. Smells like a bull market. So with Uber, it uses multiple core infrastructure to exist. They combine Google Maps, Stripe, Twilio. Remember Google Maps, your GPS, Stripe. You're going to pay the driver, and Twilio to message the driver. And ChainLINK Oracle data set is going to be the core infrastructure for that future DApp application to exist. That's why the community bootstrapping ChainLINK right now is super important. And that's why I'm here to tell you as well, it's the same thing with PulseChain, PulseX, HEX, okay? These are, friends, they're super long duration assets. Do you understand? You do understand. That's why you're my friend. That's why you like, subscribe. You like, subscribe, belly button, and all, friends. Of course you do. What does super long duration asset mean? It means it's so volatile because the real juice that we're going to drink with the pulp, it's coming in the future. And we're trying to guess far out into the future. That's why these things can go heavily underpriced and heavily overpriced as well. It's because the tiniest little snowflake can impact that chain, a change in the weather when it comes to this. So I want you to just absorb all this information and just think to yourself, okay, friends, we're dealing with a super long duration asset. You know the game now, all right? That's why making a decision based off like an event that happens today and throwing the baby out with the bathwater, it's often the wrong decision. It's very hard to actually know truly what impacts you and what doesn't. That's why you actually find you're better off playing the strategy of this. You go, well, I don't know where we're going to land, but I'm just going to see where the cycle takes us. Is Bitcoin going to take us up 100x from here? A 50? A 2x? Negative 100%? I don't know. All right. That's what we're playing for. We're playing for the digital economy to get its bull fuel up, and then we'll see how far we go. But trying to guess specifically where we're going to go, it's impossible. I mean, look at this story I just threw out here to you. For you. How on earth are you going to predict that? You can't. That's why it's best just to stay on board the game. Make sure you don't fall off the horse. And please don't forget, I'm always your friend. Don't forget that. To mom and dad, we do love and appreciate them for everything they've done for us. I'm going to catch you in the next one.